Yo guys, what's up? Sleepio here. Today I wanted to show you my 6-piece classified Predators build. So, to my guns first. I'm running lightweight M4 and urban MDR, and the talents on the lightweight M4 are deadly, vicious and responsive, which are in my opinion the best talents that you could run for Predator with any gun. But I would definitely recommend you running either an M4 or a SMG, because Predator gives you AR and SMG damage, so yeah, you shouldn't miss that out. Obviously I modded it with full crit damage when I run Vicious and Deadly, so that's also the best for the 6-piece Predator, so just mod with crit damage and crit chance. And the MDR just has Deadly on it. It's the only MDR I could reroll something, so yeah, I rerolled Deadly and modded it with crit damage. Yeah, crit damage again. My sidearm is a double barrel sword off with predatory and determined, talented as well, but that's not really relevant. You just want the sidearm with predatory and determined unlocked. Predatory for health region when you kill somebody or bash, and determined to get your ult back faster. So my chest piece, all the pieces have stam. Nah, not all the pieces, sorry. All the pieces should have stam, but I didn't get the pieces I want yet, so yeah, the chest is pretty, no, not pretty bad, it's not good, I would say, because I don't have ammo, but I wanted exotic damage resilience and health, and obviously stam. The armor could be high as well, and as mods I have stam with crit hit chance, and I will come to the set now. So the 2-piece gives you 10% reload speed, the 3-piece gives you 8% assault rifle and SMG damage. The 4-piece hit 10 shots without switching target to make the target bleed for 50% of the damage already done by those bullets, so that's a pretty nice and balanced 4-piece set. I always liked Predator, I played it in 1.3 where nearly nobody played it. I always liked Predator, it's a nice set. But now I can't really play it anymore because it's so OP that it's cheesy. And as you probably know, I don't play cheesy builds. So the 5-piece is another 10% reload speed, 8% assault rifle and SMG damage. So you sit at 16% AR and SMG damage overall, just with the build, that's pretty good. And now to the 8th part of the build, the 6-piece, improved Predator's Mark. Hitting 10 shots without switching targets now applies the Predator's Mark bleed, which makes the target bleed for 50% of the damage already done by those bullets. So like the 4-piece. The Predator's Mark ignores the target's bleed resistance. Okay, so you can't counter the build with bleed resistance. The damage over time to the target is increased by 15% for every 3000 stamina, and you can critically hit the target. 15% for 3k stam, I have 9k stam, so that's 45%. So I'm at 95%, plus I can crit the target. When at 9000 stamina, the damage over time bonus is increased by an additional 120%. So my stam is 9k. I have 95% plus another 120 on top of that. So my bleed damage will be 120 plus 95. That's over 200. Over 200 bleed damage for just hitting 10 bullets. And you can critically hit the target, and the critical hits are scaled with your critical hit damage. And they are scaled with your critical hit chance. So the more critical hit damage and chance you have, the more damage you will basically do. Yeah. I will quickly show a clip where I show the damage of the bleeds of my M4 and the MDR. So see you in a second. Okay, first test with 5 body shots, 5 headshots. Okay, 108k crit. Okay, I tested with 4 headshots. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 320k, 150. Okay, there was only 4 headshots. Yeah. So as you could see, the damage is just a little bit high, I would say, just a little bit, tiny little bit, but okay, whatever. So to my mask it has stam, crit chance and burn resistance, so basically the stats you want, and another mod, stam mod with critical hit chance. My knee pads, again stam with health, burn, bleed and choke. I would rather want disrupt because bleed resistance does not counter anything really, because Predator ignores it, and nades and then Seeker Mines, I don't know, I don't really get hit by nades if I play solo. If I don't get nades from at least, so it doesn't matter. And another stam mod with crit chance and pulse critical hit chance performance mod. Then the backpack has another, again stam, and actually critical damage instead of health. I choose to run critical damage on the backpack because the health roll is only 13k, so you don't miss as much health on the backpack as you would miss on the knee pads if you would run critical hit damage there as well. So I think it's best to run just one, only on the backpack critical hit damage, but if you just want to go pure damage, then you could also run it on the knee pads, because you already have a really high amount of toughness with that amount of stam. Then I have ammo capacity currently on my backpack because that's the best backpack I got so far, but I would replace that with disrupt or burn. And then my gloves, they are horrible. The armor is pretty bad, and they have firearms, which I didn't even realize when I made the build. I thought like, yeah, easy 9k stam, and then it was only close to 9k because I have god rolls, stam god rolls on every other piece. So I definitely need to get better gloves, but at least they have crit damage, crit chance and assault rifle damage. And the holster is just, yeah, the highest main set you can get, and then critical hit chance. So those are the pieces. To my skills now, I run the Scrambler Pulse with has nearly 15% crit chance, and for my healing I run the Immunizer, or first because it can counter Predator, and if you blow it up it gives you 1/3 of your health back, which is a lot with 9k stam, and definitely way more than just that overdose. It's only 60k. And another thing with the Immunizer and Predator, yeah, you can counter Predator with Immunizer if you run in and out the Immunizer, but for example if you stand in the Immunizer and somebody bleeds you, you will still bleed. All the time, you have to run in and out. Also the talent Adrenaline. Medkit now gives 7 seconds of immunity from status effects. That does not work. It ignores that immunity, Predator, so it's completely broken. You can barely counter it. I mean, you can counter it with your 5 medkits and if you run in and out of your station. But you will always get at least the first bleed tick, which is around 100k to a max amount of 300 something k if you build that build correctly. So yeah, just yeah. As I would run the talents Adrenaline, Precision, Shrapnel, and Strikeback. I'm not sure about Strikeback, but Shrapnel is definitely a must-have on that build. Applying bleed to any target triggers a 30% chance per each target in 10 meters radius. So if you go rogue on a forming group, you bleed one guy, and if you're lucky, everybody in the group is bleeding and gets the same amount of damage. So you could basically 2-shot a whole group with just 10 bullets if all the bleeds are critical and you hit every target with a bleed. That sounds pretty balanced, right? So yeah, that's my version of the Predator build. I mean, there are not many versions, I guess, because you will always run 9k stam, and you will also run that amount of firearms, or around that amount of firearms. So there are not many versions, but just wanted to show you to my viewers how I would build it. But I don't think I will play that too much because, as I said, it's way too cheesy and it's just, I don't know, it's just so broken, and I don't play broken builds. I totally forgot my crit chance and crit damage, sorry, my character sheet. So on M4 I have 36.5% crit chance and 122% critical hit damage, which is both pretty high. Then you have precision and the pulse, which will bring you up to 60. Yeah, then no skill haze. 413k max health. This is crazy amount of health. And 31.64% armor, which could be way higher if I just optimize it with division tech. But currently I'm out of division tech. Yeah, then 48% burn resistance and a bit of shock resistance. Yeah, that's basically it. That's my Predator build. I hope you enjoyed watching. I probably add some more gameplay after that. I will see what I find, but as I said, I won't play that build for too long, so it won't be much gameplay. But I hope I could showcase that build well for you. And yeah, enjoy the gameplay if I add something, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.
How many people on your server?
How many people? Only one, right? Two? I see two. That's it?
I have an extraction in 1 and 20.
Do you need a cut? They're probably just waiting for AMD to put something good out. You know, like Ryzen again, this stuff. I don't know. Brax, you're so silent, like... What is going on?
Every time I've joined a server, I kill one person and then die to their bleed. I wanna fucking kill myself.
Why are you going rogue alone, man?
Because I'm trying to get root cuts as well.
Like, the outcome if somebody's better, or... What about ones like, I don't know, man. Gotta be specific.
They're a waste of time.
Yeah, they're like a waste of time, of course. We transferred.
Se han convertido.
Look at that freeze! Oh, the Predator, very good, huh?
I had to pop my stage. I'll just bait them with nades so they not nade back. Nade back, guys.
We're good?
We need 8 kit? Yep, we're good.
Awesome.
Woo!
My station.
Porque yo muero, tío.
I don't hear any shots.
What the fuck? I got rogue, but I'm so far away.
Yeah. Dude, that's a good server. They're all Predator for some reason.
Yeah.
One guy up here as well.
One guy up here.
Instant manhunt.
Dude, I got out of the checkpoint. I'm
Nah, he died because of a bleed.
What?